In 1952, a physician named Hans Selye made a discovery that should have changed everything. The body cannot tell the difference between real danger and imagined danger. A lion chasing you and a vivid thought about a lion produce an identical physiological response. Medicine called this groundbreaking, then built a trillion-dollar industry on the back of it, not to resolve the stress, to manage the symptoms, indefinitely. The stress was never the problem they wanted to solve. The stress was the product. But here is what they didn't tell you. At the exact same time, archaeologists excavating the Temple of Sekhmet in Luxor were finding medical texts dating to 1550 BCE, 3,000 years earlier, that had already mapped everything Selye was just discovering. The Ebers Papyrus. Over 700 treatments and instructions, explicit instructions, for treating the body through its energetic and emotional states. They called it sekhem, life force. When flowing freely, it produced health. When blocked, it produced disease. 3,000 years before modern medicine. Already there. In 2014, psychiatrist Bessel Kolk published The Body Keeps the Score, 3 years on the New York Times bestseller list. His conclusion after decades of trauma research was simple and devastating. Trauma is not stored in the mind, it is stored in the body, in the tissue, in the nervous system, in the way you hold your jaw when someone raises their voice, in the tightness across your chest that arrives before your thoughts have caught up. Talk therapy alone could not resolve trauma because it never reached where trauma actually lives. The body had been trying to communicate this the entire time. Nobody was listening. And here is what should stop you completely. Every indigenous healing tradition on Earth, without exception, already knew this. The Andean concept of susto, soul fright, trauma, as the soul partially leaving the body. The cure is not analysis, it is retrieval. Ceremony, calling the person back into themselves. The Dagara people of West Africa treat illness as a message from the ancestral field. Treatment is collective. The entire village participates in the remembering. The Lakota Sioux conduct Inipi, the sweat lodge, to release what the conscious mind cannot process alone. None of them called it healing. They called it returning, retrieving, remembering. In 1991, the HeartMath Institute discovered the heart sends more neural signals to the brain than the brain sends to the heart. Your heart is not responding to your brain's instructions. Your brain is responding to your heart's. The heart's electromagnetic field extends 3 feet outside the body. It responds to events before the brain has consciously registered them. Your body is a receiver. It always was. The ancient Egyptians did not weigh the brain in the Hall of Two Truths after death. They weighed the heart. They were not being symbolic. They were being precise. Here is something hiding in plain sight. The word healing comes from the Old English helan, to make whole. The assumption buried inside that word is that you were broken first. The word remember means something different entirely. Remember. To put the members back together. To reassemble what was always there. You were not broken, darling. You were fragmented. Deliberately. Systematically. Profitably. Every tradition that got dismantled. Every practice labeled primitive. Every elder replaced with a prescription. They were all saying the same thing. You already have everything you need. It has always been in your body. You don't need another diagnosis. You need to remember. Okay, bye.